Hello, everybody. Welcome to my World Group B roundup. Now, week 2 for Group B starts and finishes tomorrow. Don't ask me why Group B kicks us off. Don't ask me why Group A is the last group to play. Perhaps it's the EDG fandom. I don't know. But I'm going to be zeroing in on Group B for today. And as you can see in my predictions, these were my pre-week 1 predictions for the group. I had Longzhu taking it first, the safest prediction you can possibly make. I have Fnatic taking it second, which is apparently the worst prediction you can possibly be making. Then I had it Immortals Gigabyte Marines. Of course, everybody knows what happens. Immortals takes second. The Immortals Fnatic game happens, and it was exciting as you'd expect it to be, but Immortals comes out ahead. But then the Marines take down Fnatic. Now, it wasn't in that order, because Marines took down Fnatic in day 1, and everyone was like, well, this group has gone to shit immediately. But why did that happen, right? Why did that happen? And why am I going to start bullying the Marines a little bit off of their victory? Because people would probably expect me to be speaking up, like talking up the Marines. I mean, everybody's been praising the Marines. Everybody loves the Marines. They come out with their styles. Lane swap one game. Lane swap with Mordecai the next game. Like, what's not to love? And they just fight all the time. But I'm not like there's Raz that loves to be entertained and there's Raz that wants a team to win. Now, I love to be entertained, so I love this team coming in doing all this nonsense. But they're not going to win if they continue to do so. I can say that very easily because even in their victory, when they came out with this lane swap against Fnatic, Fnatic made the poor choice after diving the bottom side of the map, like diving that bottom lane, great. Immediately resetting, sending Maokai top lane, not a good idea. Especially since you come out with a victory, essentially, and then you lose your first tower, you lose a kill, and off of all of that, you have your jungler in the top side of the map, and your enemy Nocturne comes down to the bottom lane, gets a what? It's a 1v3 bottom, like, double kill. He comes out with 3 kills 6 minutes into the game, experience advantage galore. Guy is already going towards a lethality build, so like he's just pressing ulti, getting kill off of it time and time again. Like, that's just a rough game to be playing against. And so, sure, Fnatic didn't play well that game, but that was. You can't say Marines are going to be able to clone that kind of like that kind of play, that kind of result. They're not going to be able to repeat that result. Maybe they will. Like maybe they'll. Like, who knows, right? Going into tomorrow's games, but the reason why I'm doubting it is because they have a similar lane swap going into Longzhu. Sure, they have top lane support doing it up in the bottom lane, but they get dive. And you're like, okay, well, we saw that happening with Fnatic. This time it's 2 kills because the dive was worked out very well, coordinated very well, that is. But then they take down the turret. They commit fully for the turret is what we expected Fnatic to do. They didn't. They get the kill on tower. You get another kill on Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser is essentially deleted from the game for the next 20 minutes. Like if the game keeps going, Mordekaiser is like, all right, I can't lane up against somebody. I'm gonna lose out in the trades. I can't be in a 2v1. I'm just gonna get dove. I just need to farm in an island. You guys, good luck. That's the game. And so by that point forward, everyone just expected the game to be over. It was over because Longzhu kind of rolled with that advantage, which forced Gigabyte Marines to play standard in game 3 versus Immortals. But they got stumped in the bottom side of the map. Now, talent, sure. Cody Sun and Olay have been very strong, a strong bottom lane in the North America. You already had that you were going up against. And then you have Heal Ignite in that 2v2. You're essentially calling for the Gragas to just camp your lane. So it happened, they lose the lane, and then team fight after team fight, Lulu just gets picked off. She's already like 0 and 4 in the game, and you're like, okay, well that's an incredible deficit to be going in from, right? So I was fine with Heal Ignite in game 1 versus Fnatic because like the idea of not needing flash in a 2v1 makes sense. The idea of having Heal Ignite for an amplified dive makes sense. You're like, all right, that's okay. There's thought process going into that, but there's no thought process going into Heal Ignite 2v2 lane. So that's something that came out. And if you have the expectation for tomorrow for the Marines to be playing standard play, knowing that they haven't had a very successful lane swap uh, play in week one, sure you would say it's successful in Fnatic, but I've already talked about how Fnatic isn't going to be making the same mistake twice. The next time around, they've already saw what Longzhu did to debunk the bottom lane disaster, and you're gonna expect Fnatic to have an answer this time around. So, expectation for me at the very least is Marines start playing standard. Bottom lane to bottom lane, top lane to top lane, mid lane to mid lane. And I only see Levi being the lane that comes, or at least the matchup that comes out ahead. The Marines in this tournament, for me, by far, the worst team in the tournament. And so sure, having these strategies gave them a boost in week one, but going into tomorrow, they need to showcase that they can come out of laning phase even. Archie can come out of lane versus Flame, versus Khan, versus Soaz, though Soaz is getting meaned on. That No Way and Nivan can come out of lane in the same scenario, and that hopefully he picks up Flash if he's going into a 2v2. And that the mid lane here, the Optimus can come out ahead, or even. I'm just asking for them to be coming out even versus uh, Caps, versus BDD, right? Versus Pobelter. A lot of my focus is going to be on the early game for the Marines because they've had a few cheese strategies to come out with leads, and they shouldn't be expecting that to work in the next set of plays. And in matchups, I just don't favor them. So that's essentially going to be my short 7-8 minute focus on what's going to be happening tomorrow. Hopefully you guys like the video. Unless if you're a Marines fan, then you're going to be like, I want to prove this motherfucker wrong. So we'll have to see how that goes. Tune in for tomorrow's games, and I hope to see you guys later.